time Dallas Clark had at the University of Iowa was far from amateur in his route to the NFL. This Iowa alumni now sits on the Wall of Honor at Kinnick Stadium along with other football greats. Although this isn't his only feat in his career, as he was inducted into Iowa football's A&F American Needs Farmers Hall of Fame. Clark played a total of 11 seasons in the NFL, drafted by the Indianapolis Colts, and is now retired, as his football career was something to admire being a Hawkeye, as his amount of success in football is very rare at the university. Now Dallas Clark uses his time to help out the community, creating a non-profit organization in his home state, becoming a respectable image of Iowa. Dallas Clark was a 6'3" U of I freshman from Twin River Valley High School in Livermore, Iowa, in 1998. His first year in 98, Iowa previously had a record of 3-8 under legendary coach Hayden Fry, also on the Wall of Honor, retired later that year in 98 as it was not one of the coach's greatest years. Clark played as a linebacker his first year under Coach Ferentz and had 1 interception for 0 yards and had only started 4 of 11 games. Clark's sophomore year, Ferentz and the coaching staff decided he should be moved from linebacker to tight end, leading to his hugely successful career. Both Clark's junior and senior years, he ended up with 4 touchdowns, and during his senior year he was awarded the All-American Consensus Award, along with the John Mackey Award for Most Outstanding Tight End. Clark earned a total of 81 receptions for 1,281 yards during his last 2 years, due to his movement to tight end gaining a great route to fame. Something not a lot of people realize is that not many players from Iowa athletics get drafted to professional sports, let alone football. Out of thousands of players in the country, to get drafted second round to one of 32 teams, being one of 3,500 players that could be drafted, and being within the top 7% of players that get drafted every year is a huge feat for Dallas Clark or even any Iowa football player. Another thing many people don't think about when the former Iowa football player comes to mind is how well his character as a person is on and off the field. Dallas has this persona of giving as much knowledge and help to anybody in need and expecting nothing in return, and does it out of his own willingness while giving 200%. At the same time, he hopes that if he ever needs help with anything, that someone will be there to teach him and help him learn. This is one primary reason Clark was awarded and inducted to the Iowa American Needs Farmers Hall of Fame, as well for his Iowa friendliness and for newly becoming a part of the farming community.
No, but I have a foundation back home that I started back in '07. And just about 5 years ago, I got introduced to Denny and our Farm Bureau, and they have been supporters of me and my foundation ever since. And so it's those little things that you never hear about, that kind of go behind the scenes but are truly making a difference. And it's companies and organizations like the Farm Bureau of Iowa that support different things. Some things get obviously media recognized, and a lot of them don't. And so there's a lot of great work that the Iowa Farm Bureau is doing in the state of Iowa and obviously across the country and the world with the ag world. Iowa athletics, obviously, very. I mean, this is home. I mean, this is I love. If you want me like pick up groceries or something, just give me any reason to come back to Iowa City, I'll come back. And like Coach Ferentz alluded to earlier, that I think I haven't worn out my welcome, but I am I'm familiar with the players and the coaches and this place, and it's dear to my heart. And so you combine what Farm Bureau is doing, you combine the Hawkeye family, and I can't be more honored to be recognized by those two organizations, and then you go step back further to what A&F stands for, and what that logo and like Denny talked to when I was 6, when 6 years old, when Coach Fry put that logo on. What I love about it is looking back at the impact that obviously I didn't experience and didn't really know what was going on. I never heard of it until I probably got to school here. But what I love about it is in that moment of dire straits of family farming, the crisis of farming in the 80s, and just everything going upside down, Coach Fry, who just like all the other coaches is busting their butt, studying film, worrying about winning a game against Ohio State, highly ranked Ohio State team, and thought it was more important, or important enough to take time from the rigorous schedule of preparing for a very good team to make an impact, to do something to draw attention to the crisis, to the need that was obviously in place. And I love that he didn't do it because he thought 30 years down the road we were going to be standing here giving out awards, giving out recognitions, having a wall, recognizing former players and all that. He did it because there was a need, there was a problem with his stage and platform that he had. He was going to do something about it, and he acted upon it. And just a little sticker.
Clark has also created a non-profit organization in his first years out of college, as he hosts a back porch revival at Kinnick Stadium that kicks things off at the beginning of every school year in the fall. Dallas Clark is an Iowan at heart and is the person everyone should strive to be, not completely in the athletic sense, but to be that person with the farming Iowa neighbor friendliness and someone who gives his all. This Iowa native well deserves his immortal spot in Iowa history on the Wall of Honor, as well as the ANF Hall of Fame.